are ruthless attacks that are creating fear and chaos in our communities in the name of law and order. Trump is using military forces to stop a protest. When every time we exercise our democratic right to protest, the military is deployed against us.
I mean, are we serious? Are we serious? Why do we nominate her? Why did we nominate her in the first place? What has she done? What accomplishments has she made? She did not make anything, or she has not accomplished anything. But we're going to push this chick. We're going to push this chick. And it's sad because, once again, this chick, she is only known for saying that your straight men, straight black men, were red flags. How were they red flags?
Okay, what's my biggest dating red flag? This is a huge red flag for me. All right. It's so crazy. I was gonna say men. Strike one. You're a man. Yeah. And you're heterosexual. Yeah. I was gonna say, so technically.
And this is who we have winning as the best female artist. Now let's just talk about this. Let's just talk about her winning it in the first place over the people that were nominated. So 2025 BET Award for Best Female Hip Hop Artist nominees included Cardi B, Doja Cat, Glorilla, Lotto, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Rhapsody, and Sexy Red. Now, once again, guys, we already know some songs Sexy Red dropped out in 2025. Big. We not out. Some of these songs I wasn't even trying to hear, but hey, guess what? Because you're scrolling on Instagram, because you're scrolling on TikTok, people playing these songs for the little trends, people playing these songs for the little videos. So it's like you're forced to hear it. But once again, I'm not the hoochie daddy or something like that. However the freaking song goes, that was a pretty lit song. That was a pretty lit song. Everybody named Mama were doing trends behind it. Somebody even made working off of this song. Glorilla, another sister, man, that once again I did not want to hear, but hey, guess what? No matter what I scrolled on Instagram, no matter when I scrolled on TikTok, I heard Glorilla. I was hearing a lot of her music. And once again, her music ain't bad either. I don't go out my way to go listen to these people's music, but I can tell you right now, to some degree, they songs are popping this year. Their songs are popping this year. But then when you listen to Doechii, I have not heard anything from Doechii. Nobody's making no trends off of Doechii. The only reason Doechii has popped, right now, she's an industry plant. Let's just be honest here. She's an industry plant. But the only reason she popped is because she literally made a statement that straight men were a red flag. And this is what we're pushing. But yet we will have sisters who sit up here and say, right, who cry, complain when men constantly call out the women that we do have in our rap community, right? We're going to call out these sisters, Cardi B, Lotto, Glorilla, all of these sisters, man, who just use their body, who use lust to sit over here and get some money. They say, oh, well, no. Those women are being pushed. Hollywood wants to push those women, want those women to portray how they're acting. No, no, these women are who they are. These women are who they are, and y'all women are running, our sisters in our community are running right behind these sisters, encouraging them, empowering them, like empowering Cardi B to do what she's doing. You left one cheater to go to a bigger cheater. Like, you're done. You're done. Sexy Red promoting all of this. I mean, like, just look at her lip gloss line. I mean,
it's 8 flavors. Okay. Gonorrhea. Why gonorrhea?
My friend, she had gonorrhea. Okay.
I was in the midst of making some lip gloss. She told me what color it was. It was green. So I'm like, I got no green lip gloss. I'm gonna make you some green lip gloss. And that's how Yellow Discharge came about, because, we're discharging her.
Bro, I think we can start the rapture already, bro. I think we ready for the restart, bro. It don't get worse than this, bro. We hit our low. Start the rapture right now. Right now.
These women are, yes, portraying this, but that's who they are. And guess who are following behind them? Go look at your shade room. All of those sisters follow right behind them. All of those sisters want to be just like them, want to have a life just like them. These sisters are portraying that because that's what they want to do, right? That's what they want to do. So it's obviously just an argument just to have, because they can't have any other argument to say that, hey, well, this is the reason why Cardi B and Lotto are portrayed this way. No, they're portraying themselves that way because that's who they are, and y'all are eating it up. Now we got an industry plant coming in here, and she is making a name. She is making a name because if you ask anybody, about Doechii? Oh, yeah. Oh, you talking about the girl, man, who said straight guys were a red flag? Yeah, I know all about that ding lang mo. I know all about that lane. And I'm not even sitting over here saying that she makes bad music, but to sit here and say that she deserves the best female rapper of the year and nobody has ever heard any of her music, nobody has went out the way to say, man, yeah, dog, we deserve it. She deserves that spot. Nobody does that. Nobody's even using her music for a trend. But yet somehow, some way, BET Awards, we're talking about the BET Awards, is going to give her an award over Glorilla and over Sexy Red. Well, we need to be a little bit more diverse. So once again, she's a DEI. She's a DEI award winner. Right? That's all it is. It's a DEI award winner. We just need to put her up there because, hey, well, we just need to push her up there because she's going to help our agenda. Not qualified to win, but hey, guess what? We're still going to push her up there. But let the baby, right? Let the baby. I mean, look at what the baby went through. If he would have sat here and said, hey man, when your women are a straight woman is a red flag, all of your people would call this man fruity, this, that, and the third. They would have tried to sit over here and pulled up that same video where he said, hey man, listen, hey man, look, I want to meet all the brothers in the back, not the ones, who do things, who do things to another man, if y'all know what I mean.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if you like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas. Lights up. Fellas, if you ain't sucking in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air. Let's be real about this.
They tried their best to cancel this man. So much so, I think you had Dua Lipa or whatever her name is. She took this man off of her song. A song that was already made, that was already big. She said, hey, I'm going to take his version out just so she can gain some more clout. So she can gain that community's trust, likes. And that's essentially what Doechii or whatever her name is. That's what she's doing here. That's what she's doing here. I mean, look at the comments, man. Somebody says that should have been the Glorilla's award. Then somebody else says, damn, so nobody happy for Doechii except me. Yeah, nobody's happy for her because once again, she is not a big artist. She does not deserve this. She is a DEI award winner. That's all that is a DEI award winner. She did not work her way up there. She just got it up there because, hey, well, you know what? We just need to push her up there. It's an industry plan. Industry plan. We just got to push her up there. She's pushing our agenda. We need to push her up there. And once again, it's our own community pushing this agenda. Then somebody else says Glow got robbed. Somebody else says Glow was robbed by. Somebody else says, I'm sorry, Glow or Sexy Red could have won this. Then somebody else says, I'm sorry, Glow. Then somebody else says, Nicki shouldn't be allowed to be in the same categories as certain chicks like Ilko, I don't know. Then somebody else says, Doechii is a better rapper than Glowfish. Stay mad, right? So obviously 10 out of 10 rage bait. Then somebody else says, Glow should have won that. She been on next. Yes. Like I don't even care for Glow, but let's just be real. Let's just be real. Her music this year was just popping. It was just popping. Then somebody else says Nicki Minaj's tier is untouchable and unmatched. Then somebody else says Glow definitely was robbed. I'm sorry, but I liked her speech. Then somebody else says Glow was robbed at the F. Then somebody else says definitely thought Glow was going to win. Then somebody else says Glow and Lotto was robbed. And then somebody else says Glow ain't up since her and JT was beefing. Sis earned this award for sure. She did not earn the award, man. Once again, bro, guys, be honest here, bro. Let's just be honest. She is big because she is pushing an agenda. She's an industry plant. She's a DEI hire. Let's call it for what it is. And it's just an attack on men's masculinity. That's all it is, right? So now you can get famous by just attacking men's masculinity. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. And no, I don't even really care too much for what she has to say because once again, she's just saying that to try to get more views or try to get more followers to gain a little bit more clout, right? That's what a lot of your people doing are trying to jump into some of these politics just so or talk about some of the politics just so they can gain a little bit of clout. That's all this is. That's the only reason why she's saying what she is saying. How I feel about it, for the most part, I would just simply say, because I don't really talk about when we're dealing with politics like this, I just kind of leave it to everybody else. I leave it to Anton Dance. I just kind of just watch everybody else because, of course, they're a little bit more knowledgeable about this stuff than I am. Overall, I think once Biden and Harris got into office, they just made this situation 10 times worse by sitting over here bringing all of these people down here in droves, just so once again you can have a vote, so you can sit here and try to gain leverage in America, so you can get back into the office. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous because they're coming up in here. Number one, you got this government giving them money.
Migrant food stamp receipt.
The migrant lady that done finesse the system to get food stamps and cash.
Now, how she did it, I don't know. Okay, I'm interested in figuring out how this person worked the system to their advantage. Now, see, I bet y'all, a lot of y'all are mad because of the fact that she getting this assistance. I'm assuming that it's a she, because 9 times out of 10 it probably is a female. Ain't no men doing no stuff like this.
Somebody found a check receipt from one of the immigrants who had $4,000 on there. Like, how did you have $4,000 coming in over here? Because that's what they were giving them. But yet we over here struggling. They couldn't even wipe off some damn student loans for everybody. They can't help us out on our end. They giving other countries billions and billions of dollars. But when you bringing in all of these immigrants, bringing in all of these damn immigrants, giving them freaking tons of money, when other people struggling to get the damn money, you're sitting over here allowing these gangs, these Venezuelan gangs, to come up in here, terrorize communities. Right? We already got terrorizers ourselves. We got to worry about now. We're just adding some more on to that.
If I told you this was happening in 2024, would you believe me? Let me tell you how crazy this is. In Aurora, Colorado, there's a Venezuelan gang that has taken over 2 apartment buildings. I kid you not. The landowner has contacted the local authorities. They said there's nothing they can do about it. That's squatter laws, bro. I kid you not. Look this up. Number 2, he went to the FBI. They said there's nothing they can do. And he even went to the marshals, y'all. And this Venezuelan gang has taken over the apartment building. They're charging the tenants inside rent money like they're the landlords. Meanwhile, the real landlord can't get these people evicted. All the people that's leaving the apartment buildings, as soon as they leave, these Venezuelan gang members are just moving in more gang members.
One little girl ended up, sadly, something happened to her because of one of those gangs. So this is what I'm saying. Like all of this is really built upon Biden and Harris. Now, if we're talking about well before then, I don't think any immigrants need to be taken by ICE. I don't think any immigrants need to be deported, because they have sat here and they've shown their worth. Period. They've shown their worth. They just really didn't get a bad rap until Biden and Harris came into office. That's just my opinion, though. But once again, we have our own issues to worry about, and it's having women like this in our community. Period. I mean, hey, look, man, do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know down below, what do y'all think of this mockery?